Hello everybody and welcome to Paint Night. Is everyone here having a good time so far? Awesome. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. So has anyone here ever been here before? Okay, a few of you. That's great. So you know a little bit about what we're about to do tonight. So first things first, I want to make sure you all have your canvas. So I have mine right here. You need your paint brushes, one large, medium, small, and your water, and your paint, of course. One last thing, I want to make sure that you all have a drink. But the number one rule is don't mix your paintbrush in your drink. That does not make for a good cocktail. So just a quick bit about myself. I've been painting since I was little. However, ever since I've had my son, I haven't been able to paint as much as I would have liked to. In every house that I can remember, I've always had a paint room. I was very fortunate that my parents let me do that. I'm not a professional, but it's just recreational and it's my passion, and that's really all you need is passion in your work. Even if you've never painted before, don't be discouraged. We're just here to have a good time, and I will give you the guidance you need today to bring all of your skills together to create a masterpiece. So tonight we're going to be painting Swinging Sunset. It can look a little difficult at first, but trust me, it's very simple. And I will help you and guide you and answer any questions that you have. Lastly, just remember, here at Paint Night, we are here to have fun. We're here to drink creatively, interact with one another, and see what we could pull out of ourselves that we may not have known was there. Maybe we paint sometimes, maybe we haven't painted since you were little. But that's okay, because no one is here to judge you. I encourage you to walk around throughout the night and take a look at everyone else's work. It could give you a little bit of insight and help guide you towards your next step in your painting. Just remember, everyone is different. Everyone has their own different levels of creativity, and we aren't here to judge one another. It's just a good time. So let's raise a glass to a good night out and have fun. So let's get started. So for tonight, our colors are going to be white, red, yellow, blue, and black to create our piece. Now, the way that I like to paint is I work from the back forward, which a lot of people know that is the easiest way to do it, so that we're not working through the trees or trying to avoid painting our head. So at the end of the night, all of our paintings will look similar to this. If you want to veer away from the colors that I have used, say use a purple background or green or whichever you desire, you can. This is your night. This is your time to have fun, be creative, and really do whatever you want. Even if you want to paint something different from what we're painting, go ahead, do whatever. Just have fun, okay? So let's start by getting our largest brush. I'm going to dip it in the water, get it nice and wet, but then I'm going to dry it off, dab it on my paper towel. Now, if at all throughout the night you feel that your water is too swampy or you don't have enough paint left, just let us know and we will get you some more. You don't have to be stingy on your paint. We have lots. Just know that paint can go a long way if you use it conservatively. But if it's your first time and you don't know how to do that, don't worry, it's okay. So let's get started. We're going to start off on the background. So the lightest to darkest is the easiest, then we blend in everything together. So I'm going to start by adding some white, and I'm going to start with my sun somewhere, not exactly in the middle, but more towards the bottom area, and just draw a little circle with your paint. Now remember, we're going to blend it all in, so it doesn't matter if you've created your sun too big or too small. We're all going to blend it in together. So next we're going to add just a little bit of yellow and some more white, like this. And then we're going to work it into the circle that we have already made. Here you can see that the white in my sun has already disappeared a little bit. That's okay. So I'm going to wet my paintbrush, dab it again, and then I'm going to add the white again. And instead of blending it in, I'm just going to put it on there nice and hard and not whoosh it around at all. So next we are going to add a tiny bit of red into that already yellow and white mixture. And because you can see that I've made it a little too red, I'm going to add some yellow. And now we're going to mix it into the sunset some more. If you feel that it's gone on too hard, too dark, just add some more of your light colors, because we want it to progressively get darker and not all at once. So let's see here, some more white. And always know that you can always paint over, always. So don't be discouraged if, oops, I got a little black on there, because it might happen. Painting is amazing because you can always recover yourself. So I'm gonna add a little bit more red to my yellow and white and go around. We're ready to make it a little bit darker now. The less you blend in hard, the more bright colors you'll have in there. But if you want it very blended to seem natural, then you can do that. Everyone's will look different, and that's okay. That's what we want. It'll show us that creativity is amongst all of us, and that's the beauty of painting. All right, so I'm just going to continue working around my sun until we have gotten our sunset background. So now that I have my background, I'm going to continue with the ground and the trees, including the branches, and then we'll get into the leaves. So let's get started. We were using our big brushes. Now we're going to use the medium-sized brush for the ground. It'll make it easier to put it on thick right here. It'll take less time with the bigger surface brush. So it's really just all black. You can mix a little bit of red in there if you want. Then it'll break up the black a little bit. See, we painted the entire canvas with our background, but now we're going to paint over it. So we just want about 3 inches of the ground. So if you want, for guidance, I tend to draw a line. Just so that I don't paint over or under, it's just a line of guidance. And then I'm just going to blend in that line with the ground. You can do circular motion, you can do straight, whatever you desire. We just want to paint the entire surface black. So if I haven't already told you, just a reminder to paint the edges of your canvas. This will allow you to be able to hang up your painting on your wall without having to frame it. Cost efficient. So now that I've done the ground, I'm going to start with my tree. So I have one on each side to connect the top. So on the left side of our canvas, we'll start with this one. This one almost touches the entire side of our canvas. So this one also doesn't go up all the way, so we're just going to bring it up to about the middle of the sun, like that. It can blend into the ground, and we want it to scratch the surface, but we want to leave a little bit of the sunset on the side of the tree there. Just like that. Now you can see that the black isn't as black as we would like it. That happened because we didn't let the background dry long enough. But that's okay, because we can always paint over it. We aren't covering the tree trunks with anything, so we can always just add some more black afterwards. So now that I've done this one, I've just done a brief trunk here. Extend the bottom a little bit. so that it looks like a realistic tree trunk at the bottom. Not much detail there because it's blending in with the ground anyways. And now we're gonna move on to our other tree. You can see that it bumps out a little bit here and on the side has a little bit of a curve. So we're actually gonna bring this tree all the way up, okay, so that the girl has something to swing on. So we are going to, I've sketched a little bit of grass here, but we're gonna add that afterwards anyways. I just wanna get the approximation as to where I'm gonna start my tree trunk. So I'm gonna bring it up a little bit and bring out the bump, and then up, 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 and then it's gonna go over the sun, like that. So you can see, if it isn't as curved as you would like it, just go over it. That's okay. And now I'm going to go on the other side. So the bottom has a little bit of a curve, and then we're gonna curve it out, 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 and then back in. There we go. And then when we get to the top, when the top branches curves over the sun, then we're gonna curve this one outwards. Okay? So I'm going to I'm going to create a gap in the middle. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to repaint this one over with black, like that. Perfect.